Alright, we are live with AASC and Stock I-4. The Foxbodies will be running after this little feature. There's going to be a 25 lap feature with the Stock I-4s. We're currently setting up qualifying. How qualifying works in these and the Foxbodies, we do 3 laps, single car qualifying. As typical of most classes, although in real life they usually tend to run 2 laps, but we try to be fair. The first one up will be T7 Jake in the Lake Pond Trout 27 machine. So if you can watch those lights, I believe you are ready, so watch the lights. Green flag for T7 Jake. Again, this is single car qualifying. One car is going to take their time on the track. Jake is making his way out of 3 and 4. A little bit of lagging going on. I think that might be on his end. So first lap now starting. Making his way down the backstretch here on Plymouth Motor Speedway into 3 and 4. First lap, he's got 2 good looking sectors. On the final turn, it's going to be a 16.049. He's got 2 more laps to improve. I will say that's a pretty good lap time though. Makes his way as a final turn. He's going to tap the wall a little bit. It's not going to go any faster. He's got 1 more lap to go. White flag in there for T7 Jake. Makes his way up into the wall. I must say that wall riding is discouraged, and if someone does wall ride intentionally this qualifying or in the race, if you're doing the race, you'll get a warning. You're doing qualifying, you'll get a penalty. Checks are out for T7 Jake. That's going to be it. Alright. Next one out, Mr. Monaco. He's already out on track. Okay. We're working overtime here, fella. Whoever gets it first, I guess. So here's the first lap for Mr. Monaco. He's one of the faster cars. You can see that purple sector too. They make their way through 3 and 4. Does it go top of the board? Not yet. 2 more laps to go. A 16.065. He's got to go 15 thousandths of a second faster. 16 actually. Now into 3 and 4. White flag in there for Mr. Monaco. He's not going to go any faster. So far, Jake with a pole position worthy lap. But this is still a pretty good lap for Mr. Monaco. Things could change around. Makes his way down the back straight one more time as the checkers go out. Checkers are out for Mr. Monaco. He'll go top of the board at 15.988 quick time. Alright. I'd like to see that. Up next is Steve Waters in the 20 machine. And lights are green on the track. Steve Waters now out into the racetrack in the 20 machine. Again, he's been taking over Jason Dady for the remaining races of the season in his 20 machine. He'll be switching over to the NOS next year. However, for the last couple of races, he'll be running it out with the DeWalt 20. Now, mind you, there's only, after this race, there's only the Turkey Night and the AASC feature to close off the season for Stock I-4. This might be the last time we run Stock I-4. Not 100% sure yet on the status. We're still trying to run things through. That was his first lap, I believe, at 16.328. He's got 2 more to go. Makes his way down 3 and 4, the white flag in the air. Steve Waters has a purple sector 1, but he still is in third. 1 more lap to go for the 20 machine. So they make their way down the backstretch of Plymouth Motor Speedway into 3 and 4. Steve Waters is not going to improve. Checkers are out. We got 1 more car in this qualifying field. That is Best 5. We saw them in the mid-car race earlier. The only entry in the field, I believe, that was in the mid-car race. We'll be watching those lights now. The green flag is out on the racetrack for the last qualifier so far. I'll probably do a run 2 just so I get the DNS points, so I'll join after this. And the first lap is now started for Best 5. They make their way down the back straightaway. into 3 and 4. Both Sector 1, Sector 2 looking pretty good. Out onto the front stretch. They're going to go second on the board faster than T7 Jake on the first lap. Green Sector 1 for the short track racer. This is his home territory, much more so than the mids cars. Here he goes out of 3 and 4. Purple Sector 2. Top of the board. 15.957. And he's got a faster Sector 1. Best Vibe. As Vibe checked, Mr. Monaco. Mr. Monaco thought he had everything locked in, but that's certainly not the case. Best Vibe is stealing the pole position away. Checkered flag is out. We are done. Holy smokes. Now we got a battle for the lead. Alright. If we could have our... Or actually, let me do my run, and then after I do my run, we will line up. Alright. So I'm going to go up next now. I'm going to try to see if I can steal that pole point away from Best Vibe. Boss music. Green lights out. Damn. Good job. Good job, that's fine. Holy smokes. Alright, if we could head out there onto the start-finish line. We're going to do an AFK check. I'm going to put the red lights up. So, Best Vibe is out-driven me. That was good. Alright. Let's head up here. Don't cross the start-finish line. We will be doing 5 laps. Order is as follows. Best Vibe to the inside row. Outside is going to go to... leave 1 car length of space for the pace car. So back up a little bit for the pace car, guys. Mr. Monaco to the outside over here. Inside Jake, Steve Watterson last. Jackson, do you actually want to be the pace car driver? Oh, he's disconnected, so... Jackson, do you want to be the pace car driver or nah? Alright. I'll move you up here. Can you guys hop out of your cars? It is an AFK check, is what we call this. So... I am going to delete all the rest of the stock I4 cars. It's going to be, again, a 25-lap race, 5 laps of pacing. Pace speed will be 45 miles an hour. On the inside row, the outside's job is just to stay at pace. There's only 4 of you, so this should be relatively simple. If you somehow fuck up pace, then I'm going to be pretty naggy about it, especially with the pace car in the midst. So, yeah. There's a South Bend car getting deleted. APK doesn't want to hear those words. And that is going to do it for all the stock I4s cleared out of the way. I'm going to change something real quickly about my avatar. Alright. Yeah, you'll pull off the turn 4. So, again, this is going to be a 25-lap race, 5 pace laps. And that actually fits the lap system. Nice. I'm gonna put this over here. Alright. So I believe everyone is ready. We're gonna do an AFK check. Hop into your cars, folks. Everyone is to their cars. That will allow us to go yellow, go in the car if he goes. Yellow flag is out, go in the car if he goes. Pace car or pacer is asleep. We are waiting on Steve Waters to get going. He is not moving. If he is not, we are going to call the red. We're going to try that again. Red flag's out. Just go back to your starting positions. And hop out of your cars again. So just go back to your starting positions. We're going to try that again. For some reason, Steve is not moving. Seems to actually have internet issues or something, which is very inconveniently timed. So just hop out of your cars real quickly. We're going to try that again. We're going to give him 120 seconds if he's not back by his 120 seconds. Or if he's not ready by his 120 seconds, then we are going to go without him. So hop out of your cars. Alright, are you ready? Hop in your cars. We're going to try this one more time. Alright, Steve. Once you're ready, head to your car. Then we'll go yellow. He is not moving. I don't know what he's experiencing, but this reminds me a lot of Mr. Monaco early on. If the timer goes out, then we're just going to go without him. If he's not here by lap 0, we're just going to clear his car. In fact, I'll actually move his car down and teleport him. So. Him. Yeah. He's disconnected. Alright, I'm going to move his car in. Just watch the timer. That's when the yellow will start. We'll allot him time to get back going, but, yeah, if he can't get back going by lap 3, then he's done. So. Watch the lights. Looks like we're down to a 3-car field. This time, yellow flag's out again. I'll be at his car just in case. But, that was Steve Waters, now T7J, the one in the podium. Pretty much everyone locked into the podium. However, we will be teleporting Steve back to his car. So, if you want, you could join from the rear of the field. We'll give you till lap 3. Yeah. And that's why it's worth just basically starting a race, because the top 3 is now guaranteed 25 Robux just for running, so... Well, Steve is in the field, so he's joining. Hopefully his internet stays. He'll be joining the back of the field. Just trying to fix the standing script. That should do it. Alright. So again, Steve Waters, some issues starting, but he'll be starting from 4th place. T7J in 3rd. Mr. Monaco in 2nd place. The usual status quo leader, however, today it's Best 5 getting his first podium. Now we got 2 laps to go here until we get going at Plymouth Motor Speedway. Jackson Cook is our pace car driver. He'll be looking to get some Robux postseason for piecing. If he could serve the whole race. I believe that'll be 15 Robux. Alright, Jackson, if you could pick it up a little bit and pull off a 4. We got 1 to go. Lights are out. Lights should be going black. I'll turn them black. Okay, fella did. So 1 more to go. Again, don't pass car. You can totally cross the start-finish line. I trust you guys to do that. We make our way down the backstretch one last time. Watch those lights. Green flag on the racetrack. Good job, fella. And it is a clean start. Mr. Monaco guns out to the lead to start us off. Best Five is going to go wide. And definitely a fantastic start for that 7 machine. We're going to get a photo now. So we make our way down the back street here. That should do it. And it looks like side by side between T7 Jake, Steve Waters. Steve Waters down the inside. He's going to send it up high off of 1 and 2 as a podium battle is now underway. Steve is going to take the outer line from T7 Jake. Steve is going to rebound though. Jake hits the wall off of 4. Looks like Best Five also starting to pick up the pace for the lead as these two battle out in the back for the podium. Look at the front though. Mr. Monaco under threat by that 37. He's going to hit the wall. The 37 looking down the inside through 1 and 2. As we have a crossover for the lead. Now side by side through 3 and 4. Mr. Monaco is going to carry that pace overall into turn number 1. Mr. Monaco down the inside. Crossover move. Can Best Five fight back? Yes, he does. Here he goes. Another crossover for the lead. He's going to go high on the exit. Here comes Mr. Monaco. Mr. Monaco takes the lead. But again, the 37 down the inside is going to go back up on top. What a battle we got for the lead starting up here in the Stock I4s. The slowest class in the SLC Extravaganza. Does not matter. It is incredibly competitive here, both for the podium, also for the lead. You can see Jake under attack by Steve Waters. He had some issues with his PS4 trying to get it started, but it is working now. As there's 2 battles to watch, I want to stick to the one in the front, but you can see Jake is under fire. But here is Mr. Monaco side by side for the lead. Mr. Monaco is going to get out of it, and he will stay in the front, but the 37 looking to the inside to make it side by side. What an amazing battle we got going on here at Plymouth Motor Speedway. Probably the best Stock I4 race I've seen so far. As far as competition goes, this one definitely outweighing the Rosbaum race we had last night. We close into the halfway point. Crossfox coming out in the next lap. We're still about a lap to that point. How about Jake and Steve Waters? Jake's doing a pretty good job holding off that podium with the Lake Pond Trout machine. The 20 to Walt doing whatever they can. And it seems to work in favor of Jake for now. But the front, we're going to look back up front. Mr. Monaco's been going back and forth with Best Five. Again, Best Five is a short track connoisseur, to say the least. That's one of his specialties. Really, just kind of his own territory. Now, Steve Waters also had some experience, but he had a lot of computer issues, or a lot of PS4 issues last race. That's why he was 22 laps down at match speed. But today, I'm definitely going in favor of both Best Five and Mr. Monaco. Now, that was a great exit by the Italian car. Meanwhile, for the podium, side by side, here goes Steve. A crossover move. Jake is going to slide up the track. Steve Waters down the inside, side by side for the podium. Jake is going to get a better exit, but does not carry the speed onto the straightaway. Best Five looking down Steve Waters down the inside. attacking that rear bumper. The front also closing out yet another battle about to spark up here. But we're going to watch the one going on in third. God, it's just, there's so much action with these 4 cars. It's just a lot to call. And that's great to see. I made a new setup for the cars and definitely seems to be working really, really well. Now it looks like Steve Waters has backed off a little bit as we close in to the last leg of the race. Mr. Monaco still under attack by that 37 machine. He's only a car length back. He's going to take a higher line, I think, this lap. Mr. Monaco not moving, teleports back up into his lead. So we're good so far as we close in with 5 laps to go. Next lap by. We're 6 to go currently. 5 laps to go this time by. Once we cross the line again. Make our way down the back straight. Through the concrete into 3 and 4. And it looks like they are digging into that corner. 5 to go. And through the rubber banding. We're trying to figure out what's going on. It looks like Mr. Monaco staying in the front, but only by so much. This is not an easy race for him to make. Any mistakes is going to be the difference between winning this one and getting second place. Now we'll get our interviews and we'll get straight to the Foxbody race after this. That was an interesting looking answer for Mr. Monaco, but Mr. Monaco definitely working out for him. As we check the board, Best Vibe still has the fastest time. I don't think I reset the board actually, and that's on me, but it doesn't matter. Both of them have passed their previous lap times. Now we're 2 laps to go, closing into the white flag down the backstretch on our preliminary lap before the main final lap here. White flag in the air for Mr. Monaco. He's making his way down 1 and 2. Back up down the backstretch. This is how the race is going to end. He looks like he's out of reach for Best Vibe, but Best Vibe with a desperate lunge. It's not going to work. Mr. Monaco wins at Plymouth Motor Speedway. Now that battle for third place looks like it's going to be T7 Jake. Steve Waters is back and forth. If we get our winner to the start-finish line, that'd be grandly appreciated. Great job, guys. Everyone else prepare for the Foxbody race. That'll be in just a bit. The Foxes are able to be taken, so just take your Fox and get going with it. Mr. Monaco, if you could head over here to start-finish line. I'll move the trophy and everything. And we will interview everyone, as you guys just need to line your Foxbodies up. I think I lost a drink. I did lose a drink. Down here. Down here. Yeah. Alright. Let's, yeah, that'll work. Alright. So, Mr. Monaco with the win. That was not an easy win. Probably, I think, hearing from you yourself, probably your favorite race so far in the Fox, or in the Stock I4s. What do you guys say about today's race?
I think apart from one of the ones where I fought with you, this was one of the most hard-fought victories. But still a victory, chipping the points in the championship.
So we only got 2 more races left coming up after this one. We got Saga Speedway and AASC down in Chile. What do you think? Well, firstly, how's the track today? And what do you think the future is going to look like for you?
Well, track was fun. It was really nice with these I4s. You really have to find your own line and make it work. As for the future, I hope a championship victory.
All right. Well, that's awesome to hear, Mr. Monaco. Let me get this podium picture real quickly. We'll get on to the Foxbody qualifying in just a second. You guys stay put. It's going to stay on the stream and everything. We're not even going to shut down. We're just going to get straight to business. Just got to do results. we'll also interview anyone else you want to interview, but give me a second just to get the results in. So. Who got quick timer quickly? Best Five and Pole. So we'll actually take home more points than Mr. Monaco for this race. Not like it's gonna matter. He's got the championship completely in his favor. Qualifying is starting for the Foxes. Does anyone else want to interview? It looks like Mr. Monaco is going to disconnect. I don't know if he's done or if that's just the internet disconnection. I'm going to delete this car and I'm going to delete my car. Let me take my Foxbody out onto the track. So, Jake, if you race this one, yeah, if you showed up to practice, you're too late. These cars are kind of hard to drive. So, just, this one will be short too. It's only 30 laps. Should get done pretty quickly. And then I'll open the game up. Let me move my car up too. Depends if Jake races or not. I'd hope to. I am going to qualify at the least of it though. So, we'll start that up in just a bit. So this is All-American Stock Car Championship, the Foxbody stock cars. These are essentially street stocks, but they're the door closing types. So they drive pretty much the same as you would expect one to be. So a little heavier, a little twitchier. That being said, Jackson Cook has changed from pace car driver to race car driver. We're going to start qualifying right now. So green lights are on the track. I'll do it for fella for now. Here is Jackson Cook onto the track. Again, the same qualifying format. 3 cars. We're going to clear the board. So Jackson out onto the track. Making his way out, drifting through 3 and 4, crossing the start-finish line. He's going to set a 14.713, the fastest we've seen in today's edition of racing. A 1.283 faster Sector 2, purple Sector 1 and Sector 2 out of 3 and 4. What can Jackson Cook do? Crosses the start-finish line to 14.617. 1 lap to go for Jackson Cook. White flag in the air, and this time by we will be seeing the checker sound in the air for Jackson Cook. All right. Up next is this Best 5. I feel like we're short of a guy. No, we're not. So Best 5, watch those lights. We're gonna put the green back on track. Faster than you, fella. Alright, out of 3 and 4. Oh, what the hell is that? That was an incredibly strange camera angle. Really not sure what that was about. Let's see if this falls again this lap. First lap in for Best 5. It's a 50.978. Just got to figure this car out. I don't think anyone really ran practice laps with the Foxes. I could be wrong, but from what I saw. And that might have been a corner cut for him. No, it's not. It is faster, though. And remember, that grass does have corner cuts on it. And you won't really get penalized as harsh as you would on a road course, but this time by the white flag in the air. But You won't be able to set your lap as a valid lap time. Go too far into that grass. 14.807 checkers are out for best 5. Up next is T7 Jake. In the 27 machine, the green flag out for him. Well, you're faster than me, fella. Now, Jake is a pretty good driver overall. We got him set up with here, and here I am actually as a passenger, apparently. Horrifying. It's all loosey-goosey and all over the place here. With 3 and 4, Jake, this is going to be his first lap in. Not a valid lap. He's got 2 more to go quicker. Again, those cuts, I mean, they're a little strict. You don't want to go into the grass or else you're going to do some issues. Second lap in for Jake, and it's a 50.067. 1 more to go. White flag there for T7 Jake. Through 1, 2, down the backstretch into 3 and 4. This is the final lap for Jake at green sector 2 out of turn number 4. T7 Jake. Gonna get it loose. He's gonna save it. And checkers are out for Jake. Got Steve Waters now up next. And the green flag is out for Steve Waters. So Steve out on the track. He's actually checking over Multi-Beagle Dude's Valvoline machine. The 41 car. You see onto the racetrack. So first lap for Steve. We're going to change his lap to 0. Makes his way down the back straight. It's got a little bit of lag here. First lap, 15.711. Again, that lag spike probably is the reason why. It's going to go down another time and try it again. Into 3 and 4. Mr. Monaco rejoins the game. 1 lap to go. White flag in the air for Steve Waters. Now making his way down the back straight. Into 3 and 4. The white flag. Now we'll see the checkered flag for Steve Waters at 50.209. Let me teleport Mr. Monaco. Then I'll hop into my car after. It'll be fun. There you go. So we are going to let Mr. Monaco out onto the track, and then after Mr. Monaco, I will do my little laps here too, just to get the DNS points. And also just to show people watching what it's like to watch the cars here. Mr. Monaco out on the track in the 7 lobotomy racing machine. Into 3 and 4. The green flag is out on the track for the Speedy Italian. Down the back straight into his first lap. It's looking pretty fast in both Sector 1 Sector 2. I don't know if it's going to be quick enough for pole, but he's going to get loose. Crossing the start-finish line, it's going to be best for 4th. He's got 2 more shots at it. And a little bit of lag there, but he does clear out. He's got a green Sector 2, so the lag does not seem to affect his lap time. 3rd on the board, white flag in the air for Mr. Monaco. Big thanks to our flag man. He's got a purple Sector 1. Could he do it? Could he take pole? Through 3 and 4, Mr. Monaco. Now crossing the start-finish line. 2nd on the board. Checkers are out. Alright. Now it's my shot to see if I could best out Jackson Cook for that pole time. I'm not going to be racing this one, but that's what I am going for. That was awesome. Alright. I'm ready when you are. Come on. Slow. White flag it is. All right. All right, I'll take that. I'm not racing, but I'll take home those 3 points. Awesome. Glad to host. Alright, can we have our cars line up on the start-finish line? I don't think we'll have a pace car, so we're just going to get to it. Inside is going to be Jackson Cook. Outside, row 1 is the R8 Club. Row 2 on the inside will be Best Vibe. Outside is going to be T7 Jake. Steve Waters is going to be in 5th on the inside of row 3. Once you guys are lined up, please hop out of your cars. We'll do the AFK check and we'll get straight to business. Nah, we're going to go straight to business. So everyone is lined up. Let me clear out my car. For some reason, my arm is cramping incredibly badly. I mean, unless you guys want an anthem, I'll do wire and yes or no. Anthem, yes or no, real quickly. Majority vote. 2 no. 3 no. Wait, no, 2 no. Waiting on Jake. Why is my arm actually dying right now? Holy shit. So we got 2 no, 1 yes. Anyone else? Jake says, does he say yes though? I haven't seen Jake say yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't see you, Turbo. Sorry for that. Oh, Mr. Turbo says yes. So, that's 3 no's. Alright, we're going to get straight to business. All the extra cars are cleared. So that being said, if everyone could head to your cars, we're going to do 5 pace laps and a 30 lap race. So let me set that up. Alright. Watch the lights. Go in the car if he goes. Yellow flags out. Pace speed is going to be 50 miles an hour in this class. Faster cars than the stock i4s that can handle the extra speed. And we are good for pacing too. Alright, let's go to the back to the front. Steve Waters in the 41 Valvoline machine. He's going to start us off in 5th place, taking over Cole Chandler's car. T7 Jake in the 27 Ford Performance Racing School car. And he's going to be in 4th place on the outside of row 2. On the inside of row 2 is the most scoring points of the stock i4 race. That is Best Vibe. First car to start on the podium. Now to the front row. On the outside is the 7 machine. If Mr. Monaco could slow down a little bit too far ahead. The 7 machine is Mr. Monaco, the stock i4 winner. Jackson Cook, our pace car driver from the stock i4 race. He starts pole. Excuse me. Mr. Monaco, if you could still slow down a little bit more. Okay, you're good. You're good there. Alright. 2 laps to go here in our race. Our Foxbodies, we are excited to see what this can look like. We're going to clear the board now. So we do know our positions. We know our cars. Remember not to pass a car if you tell it we call the green and you are past the start finish line unless someone is very, very slow and we call otherwise. 1 lap to go. That is it. This is where everything starts to file itself out. We are getting ready to start. We need Jackson Cook to move up. Out of 3 and 4, watch those lights. Green flag on the racetrack, allowed to pass Jackson Cook. And a completely off start for the 38 machine. Our pole sitter gets passed by 3 cars by the line. Mr. Monaco's out to a lead. So, it just shows when you sleep and that many cars pass you, it just hurts. Jackson's going to have to file himself out through the field and take what he can. So far, we are good. I'm also going to unmute our flagman, fellow Ford, just in case you see anything. Alright, that's good. Let me get everything through. Best 5 gets passed by Jackson Cook. We're going to take a screenshot from turn number 1. That should do it. Alright, that should do it. Now Jackson Cook looking to make that second place move himself, clearing off the 27 T7 Jake. T7 Jake still en route to enjoy a solid podium finish, but he's still fighting it back where he can. He's going to get a little bit of a looser exit than Jackson Cook. Staying on the inside, now down through, and I think Jackson Cook has solidified his lead, or his second place for now. Again, our pole sitter, he's gotten a little bit of bad luck, but he is the fastest car on track, just 25 thousandths of a second faster than Mr. Monaco as far as his best lap goes. He's running the consistency game, and so he currently runs a devil's number behind Mr. Monaco. But he's closing in really fast here. He had a bad start. He wants to make up for that one in any way he can. Just shows when you sleep and you get passed by 3 cars, that's kind of a sign you had a bad start. Jackson Cook now down 3 and 4. How's the gap looking here? He's going a little bit faster than Mr. Monaco still, closing in where he can. He's doing a really great effort for it. It's going to be a 3-lap race. It's just going to draw itself out here. I think he lost a lot of time. Yeah, he did. All right. So not too much to report now. It's just Mr. Monaco leading us off, Jackson in second. He's been losing what he was originally gaining to him, but it looks like Mr. Monaco has turned up his speed on his car to overdrive. And he's up there gaining a little bit of lap time, little by little. Well, Jackson Cook, that last lap was significantly faster than Mr. Monaco, and that trend might continue again, as it looks like Mr. Monaco's lagging a little. It's not significant. However, he does take the high line off of 3 and 4, and I don't think that's how you want to take it on asphalt. Not at all. Loses half a second from Jackson Cook. We might be seeing a lead in just a short bit. We close into the halfway point. Jackson now down the inside for the lead. It's a crossover move. Mr. Monaco getting back to it, but they're side by side for the lead. Mr. Monaco has led from the start, but we close into the halfway point. Jackson Cook, he was our pole sitter, and he's got what it takes. He's back up in the front. He's back in the lead. Can Mr. Monaco, however, change things around? He's still side by side. He's going to lose a little bit on that exit through the back straightaway, but he's attacking that rear bumper very fiercely. Starting to learn the lines he's taking. You can see the cross flags off of our flagman, and see he's going around the outside of Jackson Cook, trying to make it side by side. Once again, it's not going to work. Jackson Cook still off to the lead. He's built up about a car length gap, but he's not going to get on the exit. Gets loose on the exit. Here comes Mr. Monaco around the outside. He makes the move. He's back up in the front, but Jackson Cook still in fighting range, side by side, down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Jackson Cook down the inside, taking the lead from Mr. Monaco. We got one more feature today with the midgets. Mr. Monaco is going to hit the outside wall down the back straight. The midgets will be racing today for 40 laps at 7 p.m. US PST. So make note of that we got more action here at Plymouth Motor Speedway. And by far, one of the best races we've seen has been with the lower classes. What a great job that 38 is done. He's had a horrible start, but he's climbed his way back up to the front, and just a very satisfying way to win for him. However, he still has to hold off that 7, and he's gaining on him. We got 10 laps to go here. 38 from up north in Michigan, doing an awesome job here, holding off the lead. Now he, again, it was not an easy one to get to. He had to battle his way up there. But he's done a great job, and he's starting to hold consistency. Mr. Monaco's going to go loose! Oh, Mr. Monaco's going to save it, but here is a 3-car battle for second about to stir up. And it looks like Jackson's got it all secured. Steve Waters, what is he doing? He's about a lap down. Jake passing him for that lap position. They're battling really hard in the Stock at 4 race. Best 5 was as well battling for the lead, but it looks like today's just the car, and it's not what he's used to. But how about T7 Jake and Mr. Monaco? Five laps ago, or actually 6 laps ago. Next time by, we will be seeing 5 ago. Jackson Cook closing in on Mr. Monaco. Mr. Monaco has lost his mojo. He's lost his groove. Jackson Cook now with 5 laps to go from our flag man. As there's a car that's not moving, yellow flag is out. That's best 5 with a spin. We're going to have a race back. T7 Jake is most likely going to be in second. We'll be watching that race back. It's close for second. Mr. Monaco getting it. Ow! We're going to watch that one. The board says Jake. The lap car could get, the 2 lap cars can get their laps back. 824BB will be restarting from 4th place. They were on the lead lap upon their spin. We need Steve Waters to pass the leaders. Now we're going to figure out that one. We're going to go into overtime by the way things are looking. So let's see what that race back was. That was incredible between Jake and Mr. Monaco. It's hard to tell with the bumpers. They are the same color of white. Jake.
Whoever was on the outside got it.
From my screen, I see Jake, but Mr. Monaco's on the outside.
Yeah, whoever was on the outside had it.
All right. We'll call it off that. We'll call it off that. It's not going to matter.
Unless it changed within 5 feet, then...
Not even 5 feet.
That's what I saw.
Well, Jake was looking ahead. We'll call it as it is, though. All right, we're going to go green this lap. Prepare yourselves. Lights are black. 3 and 4. Green flag. And a great start for Jake over Mr. Monaco. Too great. Give up that spot. Jake is going to fight for his rights. We'll probably talk about this one after the race. And we'll make that call as needed. Jake is trying to go for all of it. White flag in the air. This is the last lap. We'll watch the board we'll watch the what we see on screen for positions. Out of 3 and 4, Jackson Cook will win it. We'll review Jake. And for third, it's going to also be in a review. Steve Waters is going to cross in 5th place. If we get Jackson Cook to victory lane, we're going to figure out that call real quickly. Jackson, if you want to do donuts, you can. Jake, if Mr. Monaco was significantly slower, we'll let it slide. That's all I'm going to say. Otherwise, you will lose 1 spot, which will put you into 3rd. Alright, let's see. We will let Jake keep his spot. Alright. Jackson Cook doing a Polish victory lap around the track. As the Michigan man will come home to claim a victory at Plymouth Motor Speedway. It was a hard-fought victory, and probably even harder than the one Mr. Monaco was going for. And especially after that start, he had to hold it together to the finish. Actually, if you could head yourself into the apron, I'll do it for you. we will do our interviews as soon as we can. Let me just put this over here. All right, Jackson Cook wins at Plymouth Motor Speedway. Fantastic job by the 38 to hold himself together. Jackson Cook, how was the race for you today? And I also want to say awesome job.
That was good. I shifted way too early on the start, so that's why I fell back really fast. But was not accepting defeat because I haven't won a Foxbody race since the first race I ever hosted, which was at Berlin. And I thought I was gonna come into this race fairly fast and probably even gonna come home with it. Worked my way through the field. I had a good battle with Mr. Monaco, but then he started to fall back. I thought I was going to have it locked in before the caution came out, and I was like, oh shit, I might fail with the shifting crap again, but I managed to do it successfully and end up here in victory lane.
Oh, let me rejoin real quickly. That was a pretty solid race. Are there any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Diesel Tech. Freaking Nye Uniform, Walker Self Storage, A&A Manufacturing, Integra Racing Shocks, Plyman, Lake Pond Trout on my bumper. Yeah. And then my Jackson Cook Racing, because funnies.
All right. Well, awesome job there, Jackson Cook. Hopefully, we can see some more returning races. Of course, next week we go to Laguna Seca. They only have 2 road courses on the AASC schedule. So hopefully we'll see you there. After that, it's Saugus for the finale. So, overall, great job. Jackson, is there anything else you want to say before we move on to second?
Nope.
All right. Thank you there, Jackson Cook. Congratulations on that win. Now, T7 Jake is going to be scored as second place. I know that you kind of almost jumped that start, but we'll let that slide. Mr. Monaco is doing basically the same thing Jackson did. So what was going on in today's race, Jake?
I was just I don't know how to drive this track. I don't know the line. I don't know if I should throw the car into the corner. So I've just been getting loose on the exit, staying in third. At the restart, I went when I saw green. I looked back at 3 and 4, and I saw Monaco 2 cars behind me, so I did not let off.
Okay. So what was going on early on in the race? It looks like you and Best Five kind of had something going for a little bit, but it seems like you outlasted them.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like the stock 4 race. I kind of got a hold of what I was supposed to do like halfway through the race, and that's when I was sticking the same length behind the leaders.
All right then. Well, Jake, that was a pretty solid race. A solid P2, 50 Robux to take home at the end of the year if you want, which you probably may. I would.
Nah.
Nah. Oh, okay. Solid podium though. So good job, Jake. Got midgets tonight. Thank you for being around to help this race get going, and looks like it worked out pretty well for you.
Yep.
All right. Now we do got something else to review. However, I did review the finish for P3 between Mr. Monaco and Best Five. Best Five got loose off the wall at the end. That allows Mr. Monaco to take home the 3rd place. So, a 3rd place at the line for Mr. Monaco, photo finish, but P3 will take home 25 Robux at the end of the day. So what do you want to say about this, Mr. Monaco, and how'd the race go for you?
Clearly not stuck I4. Otherwise, the win would have been too easy. But yeah, I didn't keep my consistency, and I just kept experimenting with lines. So didn't work out for me.
All right. So what was going on in that little 2-lap shootout?
Basically, I was in third for the start, and then yeah, just lines were not it.
All right. Well, overall, still not a bad way to finish. Again, 5 cars entered, 2 did not come home with anything to win. You will be taking home 25 Robux by the end of the year. So good job on that, Mr. Monaco. Is there anything else you want to say before we move on to Steve Waters?
That's all.
All right. I think there, Mr. Monaco. We'll get to Steve in just a second. I'm just writing something in. Alright, so Steve Waters here. Looks like you got your computer situation figured out, but it looks like just a little short today. What was going on?
Well, Stock I4s, he kind of had a good battle with Jake, but falling short. But and that was for the stock I4s. But then for Foxbodies, I mean, it's still time to get used to. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just gonna try to get used to it. The manual is kind of interesting to me because I gotta press the R1 and the triangle on square button to actually shift up and down, and that's just for manual. But really, it's it it was decent nonetheless. I just wish yesterday didn't crush my game. But yeah, congratulations to you, Jackson Cook, on this win. Jackson Cook will always be the Sigma.
Okay.
Real.
All right, there's Steve Waters. So we got another race going on tonight. The SLCRA Midgets, and tomorrow we'll be back at Wallerfield for the Formula Micros at 12. But there is one more race to go. That's really all I have to say. Thank you guys for turning out to race. Both these races were absolute bangers. Honestly, better than the Rotsmods were yesterday, unfortunately. It happens. But glad to see that the lower classes are showing out some absolute powerhouse racing. That's awesome. Just genuinely awesome to see. So, and thanks to Fellow 04 for flagging the race, and a big thanks to Jackson for pacing the stock I4s. On to the midgets, and I got a license to retrieve for now.